So to show you an example, let's source through lowest price. And like I said, I have not checked any of these products yet. I don't know what I'm going to get. So I'm going to open this one up, and little caveat too, when you sign into ubezonclub, some of the different coupon sites, and these are important things that you want to keep in mind, some of the different coupon sites you can sign in with just an email, and then you're obviously like inconspicuous and it doesn't really matter, or you have to sign up through a Facebook account or your Amazon buyer account, excuse me. So when you have to sign up through ubezonclub, it is one of those sites that you have to either sign up through Facebook or sign up through your Amazon buyer account. So what I would recommend that you do is you sign up through your Facebook account so that you don't have to link your Amazon buyer account. I always recommend never linking your Amazon buyer account to these actual coupon websites, because then they can track your orders a lot easier, and then you might get banned if they see you reselling back on Amazon. You're not going to get banned from Amazon, but you might get banned from the actual coupon site, and then you won't be able to source from that site anymore, which obviously hurts you as an online arbitrage seller. So I'm going to pull some example products right here. Let's check this first one out to see if it's a good one. And what I would do is I'd hit buy now, but then I'm going to get, so that's what I'm going to get the coupon code if I hit buy it now. But instead of doing that, I actually want to do some product research first. So I'm going to take this right here and put it into Amazon.com and see if I can find this product and see if it's an actual good product. So it's the Koozie MacBook 12 right here, which seems like the same exact product. So $14.99. Remember, the coupon price is $165. And as always, guys, I always recommend, I'm going to run you through the checklist here in a second, but I always recommend staying over a $10 profit margin to account for any potential Amazon seller fees or any fees on another platform, whether that's Poshmark, eBay, or Mercari, right? So above a $10 profit margin, obviously $15, like you see here, minus $165 is positive. It's above $10 profit margin, right? Pretty self-explanatory. So this one, it looks like first off the bat, it's Amazon Prime. It's got 6 customer reviews, so that's a good sign. It's pretty solid listing, so it's filled out, so that's also a good sign. And it's important to keep that in mind too, because if I'm reselling this back on Amazon, I want it to be a good, legitimate listing with Prime shipping, with good reviews, and you're not too invested in the reviews, obviously, because you're only flipping one-off products usually on Amazon, and you also want it to be like a good filled-out description with good product pictures. But that is also important if you plan to resell this back on another platform. The reason being is when I go to list this on another platform like eBay, Mercari, or Poshmark, for example, right? And people always ask me, what are some of my tips? And obviously I have a million, but what are some of my tips to sell better on those platforms? It would be to take the listing directly from Amazon, right? So if I'm planning on selling this back on eBay, for example, well, I'm going to come back to this Amazon listing. I'm going to take these product pictures right from this listing, because your pictures, no matter where you're selling, are about 95%, excuse me, of what's going to convert the customer on that actual platform, right? So if you have good product pictures, which is why I always check to make sure that there's good product pictures, well, that's about 95% of the battle when you're selling a customer on any platform, so that's important. Now, let's check to see if it's a good product to sell back on Amazon, or if I would buy it and sell it back on something like eBay. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to take the SIN, and I'm going to take it into Seller Central, and I'm going to paste the product. And you'll see here that, okay, I can sell new and used conditions. So that is a good sign. So potentially I could sell this back on Amazon. And this is also something that I want to stress for you, because this is in laptop hard shell cases. You have to be careful, and that's why I recommend getting Jungle Scout's Chrome extension. The reason being is if you're not that seasoned of a seller, different categories have different sales velocities, but more importantly, you might be deceived by something like this. It says 223 in laptop hard shell cases. That, because I know from anecdotal experience, is a subcategory. That's not the main category. So the chances are this is probably not selling that well, because it's 223 in laptop hard shell cases, which is probably a subcategory of electronics and is not a main category, right? It's not like sporting goods. It's not like health and household. It's not like electronics, or it's not like clothing, right? Or it's nothing like that. It looks like it's good because it says 223, and usually my rule of thumb is stay under 100,000 bestseller rank, but that is in the main category, not the subcategory. So this is a very deceiving listing, because as you see here, they're only showing the ranking in the subcategory. So somebody might go ahead and buy this thinking it's good to sell back on Amazon, but if I run the Jungle Scout Chrome extension, it's probably going to tell me that it's not selling very well. which there's clearly no sales data here because it's 223 in the subcategory. So this is not a good product to buy back and sell on Amazon, but you could buy it and sell it back on Amazon, or you could buy it and sell it back on eBay, Mercari for sure, and definitely probably Poshmark as well, because think about it, you're only paying $1.65 and then the retail value is probably $15. I'd probably flip this back on eBay, Mercari, or Poshmark for like $10 and then make like $5 net profit. So then you're you know what I mean? Like you're making 5 on this. But I'm going to find a better example for you so that we can go through and source something a little bit better. Let's try this brush real fast. I'm going to run through these fast because I don't want to waste your time. All about giving you the most value in the shortest period of time. So I'm going to pull up these really fast just to see. We got 4 examples really fast, and we're going to sort through them to see what's a good example and what's not. So same process, right? We're going to take the description right there and hope that we can find the product. So there it is right there. Same listing for Mar, $13.99, same listing. Now it has 207 customer reviews. That's a great sign. It's Amazon Prime. That's a great sign. It's got a good product pictures and a decent listing. That's a great sign. Let's see if we can sell it and if it's good. So this is the main category. So that's a great example. 5,878 in beauty and personal care. And obviously Jungle Scout's going to tell me that that's selling well, which it is. 40 daily sales, 15,000 monthly, 1,500. Wow, I'm so ahead of myself. I'm excited today. 1,500, not 15,000. That'd be pretty crazy. Sales a month. So let's see if we can sell it back on Amazon or if it's something that we'd have to buy and sell on another platform. And we can buy this and resell it back on Amazon in new condition. So that is a great example of a product right there. I might just hold on to that just because I might buy that afterwards. So let's go back and find this one now and see if this is a good example of a product. So I'm going to take the listing title right there and I'm going to search for it. And is that the same product? It is. The Trinovia, same picture, Trinovia, $16.97, $16.97. So let's see if it's a good listing. 312 customer reviews. It's Amazon Prime. That's a good sign. It's got a good product pictures. It's got a good listing. Let's see if it's a good ranking and if we can sell it. So it's 25,000, roughly 26,000 in home and kitchen. That's a good category. So obviously that's probably also selling pretty well. 561 sales a month, 17 daily sales roughly for a 10,000 almost, or 9,500 roughly monthly revenue. So it's selling very, very well. But can we sell it? Because none of that matters if we can't sell it back on Amazon, then we need to basically buy it and sell it on another platform. So can we sell it back on Amazon? So we can't sell it as collectible and used conditions, but we can sell it as collectible and used conditions, or we can request approval, but you can't clearly sell it as new condition or refurbished conditions right now. So what you have is you have 2 options here. You can try to request approval, and when you request approval, one of 2 things is going to happen. You're either going to immediately get accepted because it's only specifically brand restricted, and then you might get accepted if your sales numbers and your all the metrics on your account are good. You might request approval and get immediately accepted. Or you might need to provide an invoice that shows over 10 quantity of that actual item, or brand authority from the actual manufacturer or the brand selling it. So I'm going to hit request approval just for the heck of it and see if I can sell it. Oh, didn't mean to sell that like that. Let's request approval. And see, I don't get immediately accepted, but sometimes, and often when I buy like wholesale or liquidation pallets, I do get immediately accepted because my metrics are just good, right? But I can't obviously for this one, so I would need to provide at least an invoice showing 10 plus. And if we hit this, I'll show you what I mean, of at least 10 units right here. Or I would need 1 letter from Trinovia, the brand, authorizing me to sell that product, right? So in that specific instance, I have 2 options. I could either buy this and list this as collectible and used, or I could buy this and sell this on another platform. So what I would probably do is I'm going to look at the margin right here, and I'm going to say, okay, $16.97 minus $4.24 is roughly what? It's a little bit under $13. So the margin right there is $13. So it's obviously above $10 profit margin. Now, what I would do, and this is a little tidbit, a little bit secret caveat for you guys. Sometimes if you want to avoid, potential infringement claims or potential, you're having a lot of issues with claims, what you can do is you can buy an item like this and then list it as used condition, but used like new, and put a condition note in there, right? So what you're going to see, if we go to the product listing, I don't know why I opened it again. It's already right here. But if you go to the product listing, you're going to see, okay, one new. So by listing it as used like new, you aren't going to get the buy box. You're not going to get the add to cart, obviously. But what you can do is you can list it as used like new, and then it'll pop up here as like one new and one used, and then clearly most people are going to buy from the buy box. That is correct. So obviously you won't sell it as fast if you list it as used like new. In this specific instance, you might have a lower sales velocity, and you might have to not, sell it back. Let's see what it's selling right now. It's selling about 17 a day, so you could probably flip that in a day, or maybe a day or 2 or 3 if you sell it as used like new with a condition note, because not everybody's going to see the used one down here, and not everybody's going to check to see a used product, but every once in a while somebody will check to see if there's a lower price or a used product that's listed as used like new, or a used product that's cheaper that they want to go ahead and buy. So what I mean by that is if we check these right here, where you would pop up is right under this as condition note used like new, and then you would put the condition note in Seller Central of never open, never used, brand new. And what it's going to say is it's going to pop up with another listing down here as you, and then it's going to say used like new, brand new, never open, never used. And the people that are coming to this listing to potentially buy a used product or get a deal, because some people do check for that, I know because I do it all the time, are going to potentially buy that because they're going to say, oh, this is used like new, it's $1 cheaper, it's brand new, it's never open, it's never been used. Why would I not save $1 on this? It's just a different listing from a different seller, right? And that's what I do all the time. So I highly recommend that you try that if you ever run into a problem like this where you can't sell it as a new condition, but you can sell it as a collectible or a used condition. Just put a condition note in there. You won't sell it as fast, obviously. You won't get the buy box, but you will sell it eventually, and somebody will buy it. I promise you that, especially if it's got a high sales velocity and a good listing like this one does. As you see here, clearly they're selling, like I said, 17 daily sales. So the majority of those sales are probably coming from the buy box, clearly, and obviously there's only one other person on this listing, but while the majority are coming from that buy box, maybe it only takes you a day or 2 or maybe 3 max to get somebody to click down here for the other offers and then potentially buy it, okay? So that's a good little tidbit of information. And another little tidbit of information on that as well, I'm going to save that one too, is that if you are, one of those people that's like wary about claims, you're getting a lot of IP claims, you're getting a lot of like, potential copyright claims, you can always do that and buy it and sell it as used like new with a condition note. And then in that instance, you're never going to get a claim because you're allowed to list whatever you want, as long as it's that same product, of course. If it's a used product, you're allowed to put whatever condition note in there, and you're not going to get any claims, okay? So I hope that really helps you. Now let's let's check these last 2 products for you. This one has a profit margin of over $10. Let's check it out. So we're going to copy this. We're going to take it into Amazon and see if we can find another good product. And what was this one? It was the K3D3 right here, $17.95. That is the same listing. This one has 5 customer reviews. It's Amazon Prime. It's got a good listing and good product pictures. Let's check it out. 38,000 roughly in health and household. So Jungle Scout's going to tell me that that's selling pretty well. So that's good. Can we sell it? Take it into Seller Central. And we're going to run the numbers and check. And you're going to see that, okay, you can't sell this. So you can try to request approval. I probably won't get accepted because chances are the majority of times you request approval for a private label product, you're not going to get approved because you need, boom, perfect example. As I'm sitting here saying I'm not going to get approved, I get approved. And that's just because my metrics are good. So if you are a brand new seller, what you want to do basically is you want to hop on and sell items that you can sell originally. And then once you build up a little bit of catalog and you prove to Amazon that you have a good sales history and you're selling decent products and your customers are happy and you have decent metrics, then you're going to get approved for a lot of the ones that you request approval for, just like this, okay? So keep that in mind. I wasn't expecting that. Chances are most of the time I request approval with private label items, I don't get accepted because it tells me I need an invoice or authorization from the brand owner. But this happens quite frequently when I buy liquidation pallets or wholesale products or anything like that. So, just use that to your advantage. So now, as you see here, it's still telling me I can't sell this. But if I refresh the page, boom, all of a sudden I can sell it in new condition, and that becomes a good product. So that's another great product. So let's move this one over. I'm going to buy all 3 of these as soon as we're done. So let's check one more product really fast because I don't want to go through and source like 20 with you on this actual video because I'm not trying to waste your time, but obviously there's a number of other great products that you can potentially source on this actual website, okay? So let's check one more for the sake of it. I think this is the same one. It's got the Amazon's Choice badge too. So $16.99 SD card reader, $16.99 SD card reader. That becomes a good one right there probably. So let's see if we can sell this. It's got the Amazon's Choice badge, 92 customer reviews, good product pictures, a good listing. Everything looks pretty good. It's obviously selling pretty well. Oh, another shady one right here, guys. Okay, so this is a good lesson to impart on you as we finish up, okay? So first thing that sticks out to me is for the uninitiated Amazon seller right here that's new to this, they're going to think that this is a good one, right? And it very well might be. That's why I want to check it with Jungle Scout. But right off the bat, I happen to notice that computer memory card readers is not a main category. So that's probably a subcategory in electronics. So they are only displaying the subcategory ranking of this product. So that is shady to me. And right off the bat, that's a red flag that I want to check out. Now, if you are a new seller or you don't have Jungle Scout, what I always recommend for you is staying below 100,000 bestseller rank, like we touched on earlier in this video. But that is for the main category, not the subcategory of computer memory card readers, right? So we're talking about like electronics, sporting goods, health and household, clothing and accessories, or clothing and jewelry, or whatever it is. All those main categories. This is not a main category, and the fact that they're not displaying the main category ranking is shady. So let's check out the Jungle Scout Chrome extension, and what do you know? Chances are it's probably going to show no sales data, which it is not. So even though it has the Amazon's Choice badge, even though it looks like a good listing, even though it has 92 customer reviews, it's clearly not selling well anymore, and it becomes a bad product to buy and resell back on Amazon. Now, you could buy and resell this back on Mercari, Poshmark, or eBay, and if you're getting it for $6, then the margin's still potentially there. I might potentially buy this and sell this back on Mercari or list it back on Mercari and, rank my account with it, because all I really need to do is, net a little bit of money and then I get a review, right? Because on Mercari, little bit off tangent, the more reviews you get, the higher you can sell products, obviously, and the more sales you'll get. But I don't want to turn this into a Mercari video. I wanted to kind of show you examples of selling this back on Amazon.